Hi again, it's Carla Wilczek. If you haven't watched the first part, you need to do that. This is about the messaging study done by Yale, COVID-19. So otherwise this won't make sense. So please go watch that first and then you can resume. So here we go. Okay, here we have it. We went through all of the arms or techniques of their study, and I believe that we are at the outcomes section. So, of this really great study that they did. So outcomes, primary outcome measures. The intention is to get COVID-19 vaccine. That's you. Just to clarify, they want you to get the COVID-19 vaccine, and the time frame is immediately after intervention. In the same survey in which the intervention message was provided, and that will make more sense if you've watched part 1, so go and do that. So they say this is a self-reported measure immediately after the intervention message of the likelihood of getting a COVID-19 vaccination within 3 months and then 6 months of it becoming available. During analysis, responses amongst those assigned to different intervention messages will be compared to those in the control group. And if you remember, the intervention messages were things like economics, guilt. Are you going to feel, how can they make you feel guilty for not getting the vaccine? Embarrassment, how can they embarrass you? Things like that. So just to refresh your memory, there's a whole slew of messages that they were studying to see how the effectiveness on the different participants and in each arm or technique or group was 266 participants out of a total of 4,000. And so the control groups had, and there was a scam comparator, they called it a scam comparator, where they talk about feeding birds. I mean, none of this will make really any sense unless you go watch part 1, but they divided the 4,000 participants into 15ths, so 266, and then allotted them these measures. So, okay, or these arms rather, which arms is techniques. So the secondary outcome measures, 1, vaccine confidence scale. The time frame is immediately after intervention or survey, in the same survey in which the intervention message is provided. This is a validated scale. The scale will be used to assess the impact of the messages on vaccine confidence. So outcome assessed only for the half of the sample that answers these items post-treatment. 2, the second outcome measure, to persuade others item. Okay, so they want you to persuade others, whether you're qualified or not. Okay, just if you've got that message, the 4,000 people that got a message, then they want to see and measure the outcome of how much you then persuade others of that message. So time frame immediately after the intervention or the message, in the same survey in which the intervention message is provided. This is a measure of willingness to persuade others to take the COVID-19 vaccine. The third outcome, secondary outcome, is the fear of those who have not been vaccinated. So they want you to be afraid of others that have not been vaccinated. The time frame is immediately after the intervention or message in the same survey in which the intervention message is provided. This is a measure of the comfort with an unvaccinated individual visiting an elderly friend after a vaccine becomes available. So not just comfort with just anybody, but comfort with an elderly person. So they want to get right to the heart of impacting grandma. Okay, so are you gonna get the message, one of these messages that they're testing on you, and then feel compelled to persuade others because to protect grandma? The third outcome measure is they want fear of those who have not been vaccinated. Oh no, we did that one. The fourth outcome measure is the social judgment of those who do not vaccinate. Ooh, they want some social judgment, good healthy dose of that thrown in. So the time frame is immediately after intervention in the same survey in which the intervention message is provided. This is a scale composed of 4 items measuring the trustworthiness, selfishness, likability, and competence of those who choose not to get vaccinated after a vaccine becomes available. Just let that sink in. I mean, if this doesn't sound like narcissistic manipulation, I don't know what is. All right, so they go on to provide the eligibility criteria. So they want people that are 18 years and older. I'm sure that's because they would need permission otherwise from a guardian. They want all genders and accepts healthy volunteers. Well, yeah. Okay. They must be a US resident. And exclusion criteria that are not 18 years of age or older, non-US residents do not consent. They've got a study government identifier, NCT 044-60703. And there's the Yale University, New Haven, Connecticut. So this was posted on July 7th of 2020. And it was last updated on July 21st. So very recent. Individual participant data sharing statement. Plan to share the IPD, yes. Anonymized data and analysis code will be posted in a public replication archive after publication. So I do these also because I fully expect that, I mean, they've hidden it by the name of the study. So they have an official study name, but it's buried. And they use a pretty mundane, innocent kind of name for the search, of course. And I just think that this will probably get taken down, you know, like every other one that I've done like this, where I've read it to you, and so many that I haven't. But you got to know that this is going on, people. I mean, you're paying money to send your young humans to institutes like this. And this is the kind of stuff that they do. It's not okay. Do your due diligence, ask lots of questions. Don't just fall for everything. They want you just to be freaked out by numbers, and nobody's telling you what those numbers really are. All right, take care. I hope this helps everyone.